government, the state government, and obviously county executive. This is a very serious matter, and the collaboration across all levels of government is extremely important. With the information that we're learning and consistently evolving due to the nature of the virus, based on the most updated information we are going to postpone the Irish Day Parade for tomorrow, on Saturday, which was scheduled for Saturday. We will continue to speak with them as we move forward, but I think we all understand that currently it may not be here, but we're not going to wait for it, and we're taking the proper steps that need to be taken at this point to protect our residents, our support, and all members that would be involved at this point. I will turn it over to the county executive, and then in turn I will turn it over to Dave Woods from the director, along with Pat McCraith from the Irish Culture Parade Committee. County executive.
Thank you. Thanks, Mayor. Good afternoon. The mayor has said absolutely what we've been working on. Obviously, I've been in contact with the mayor regularly, as with Mayor Izzo and all elected officials throughout this community. And we've been dealing with this pretty much on a regular basis every day. It's been it's a very stressful time throughout this state and throughout this nation and world dealing with this crisis. We know that we've been informing and keeping the public informed of the status of what is happening in Oneida County, and we will continue to do that. And so I join the mayor and obviously our community partners in this decision of not going forward with the parade on Saturday. That is not an easy decision to make, obviously, especially in lieu of the fact that currently, and I say that currently, there are no active cases of COVID-19 in Oneida County. However, we have been doing testing, and as I have said as early as last week, and that I believe, and we believe it's inevitable that we will have a case at some point, just given the numbers, the nature of what's transpiring across the state, that there's a great possibility of that, and probably it's inevitable. And what those numbers are, we have no idea. But at that time, then other things will be put in place. But having said that, I think it's important in working with the mayor and Mayor Izzo and all our partners, I think that our basis now is to act and react as if there is an active case. We don't know what's out there. We need to be proactive. We need to be prepared. I've said that all along. The system is working, and the system continues to work today as we do this. We continue to encourage people to take those protective actions, washing their hands, staying away from large crowds, and then that's one of the reasons for the postponement that we're announcing today. We know that there are various community events. We encourage all of them to use their judgment in whether gatherings of large numbers need to be canceled. Those are not requirements at this point. They're just suggestions that everybody use common judgment. Again, the basis, if you're sick, stay home. Do not infect your coworkers. This is a vulnerable time in the community anyway because of the flu season, and it gets magnified by what is happening with COVID-19. So with all of those aspects of it, we want our residents safe. We want to make sure that as we continue down this path, that if something comes along, we have all the proper measures in place, and we'll do that accordingly with our health department, and in collaboration with the state of New York. The governor yesterday took some very strong actions. The president last night took some very strong actions, and we believe that those, there may be more following that. Yesterday's announcement of the closure of the SUNY system, is something that, has an impact on every community, and depending on with colleges, with students going back and forth, but we have confidence that our system can deal with that. But there are unknowns. Other things may come down. Other requirements from the state may come down. As we've been saying all along, this is an ever-changing process, an ever-changing system. Requirements, directions, directives are changing literally every minute as we speak, and so we want people to be aware of that. This is not intended to, obviously spoil a good time that we know we have in our community each and every year, along with other events. But look at what's happening. The NBA, closing their season. I mean, there's probably more to come in that, and that's going to have an effect in this community, in every community. And we're prepared, we're in sync, and we're going to keep everybody informed as we go forward. So again, providing caution, do the right thing, wash hands, stay away from massive crowds the best you can, and if you're sick, again, stay home, call your provider, your healthcare provider. Do not go to the emergency rooms. Do not go to urgent care. Call first, especially if you've been compromised or have been traveling, whether it's from countries or state to state or whatever. Do that first. We need to keep the containment of this potential as best we can, and that's what we're doing here today. So thank you, Mayor.
At this time, if I can, Dave, if you just want to say a few words in reference to the parade.
Great. Thanks, everyone, and thanks, Mayor and Oneida County Executive. This was a tough decision. We respect the decision, and we agree. This is a pretty unique time, but we need to think of the community first and make sure that that we're doing what we can to keep everyone safe. Again, this is a postponement. We'll be in regular contact, and we'll try to figure out what we're going to do when the coast is clear. So we look forward to having a parade at some point. But no, this was the best call at this time, and I thank you all for coming out here, and I thank all the volunteers who have put so much effort and work into this so far. And I'll hand it over to Pat, my co-director, in case he wants to say anything.
Sure.
This was a decision that was made just a few moments ago, I would say. So we'll be sending out some emails and information to volunteers, sponsors, entries, and talk about, what we're thinking as we move forward for another parade. So that's all I have to say at this time. Pass it on.
So thank you. So at this point, I think one thing you could recognize and understand is that there is collaboration. This is something that is unprecedented. We have never seen something of this magnitude. And each and every day, it seems like it's
Again,
it's a
what you're
little bit
looking
different,
at
a
is
little
that
bit more,
postponement announcement, the mayor, the county
concerning.
executive, and those
And to that
organizers of the
point,
parade coming
the
together
county
and
executive,
saying that
myself,
parade is postponed,
Mayor Izzo,
not canceled.
I